And we're 5. Wait,
And
is he
we
counting
are-
down or
and
are
we
we
are
5?
live. We are live.
No, we're 5.
We are 5.
We're actually recording on a Sunday again for once.
Yay.
Hey.
Happy days. How is everyone?
Yeah.
Very good.
Hot.
Yes,
You
you
are.
are.
How live yourself?
Oi.
Yeah, thank you, guys. It's just the confidence boosted needed on a Sunday.
Well, West Ham didn't give you that, did they?
No, they fucking didn't. I can't believe Arsenal West Ham's a 3 o'clock kickoff on a Saturday. What the fuck
Bonkers,
are they
right?
playing at?
Yeah, no one cares about those two teams, though.
That's
A
West
lot of
Ham
people
bringing-
do, but
Yeah.
sure.
At least half of this room do.
I don't know,
Probably-
Bob.
Probably the majority of our listeners as well.
We'll see after your analysis on your game.
Yeah, to be fair. At least 25% of this room cares about those.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to crack on nice and early with Brighton versus Chelsea. 3-0 to Brighton. Go on, Mitchell.
Well,
Have
you know,
fun.
as is Valentine's tradition, Chelsea were truly fucked on Friday night. Honestly, I think that's the worst performance I've seen from Chelsea this season. And there's so many things that annoy me about that game. And Clive, you're going to love it because Palmer had a fucking awful game.
Stinker.
An absolute stinker. He had a.
And you say I'm going to love that. No, I rate Palmer. I say this every single time I'm about to slag him off. I rate him. He just goes missing in the big games. I didn't think Brighton was a big game, but
You just don't rate him above Saka.
no, that's obviously because Saka's better. But go on, talk about your game.
Sorry, just before you start talking about it, I bet you were so happy that you found out that was done on Valentine's Day, so you could make that little pun.
Oh, thank you. Well, I did think I need like a Valentine's Day pun, and that's the first thing that came to my head. So like, yeah, we'll take that. It was just there was nothing. There was no chemistry. Nothing was good across the pitch. No one person stood out. And like I said, Palmer, he has a couple of chances. He had a very good chance in the opening 5 or 10, I think it was.
Was that the one where he's moaning about not being spoken to by every other player?
Yeah, I don't know what he was moaning about, or he's saying that someone was shouting for it and it's put him off. Like, fuck off! Like, you are right in front of goal. You have the ability. At least hit the target. And he's absolutely spooned it out wide. And then it was just abysmal. And after that, Sancho got injured in 20. Not Sancho. Sancho came on for
MANvAI, wasn't it?
because he's pulled his hamstring. So don't know how long he's going to be out for. And obviously,
Welcome to the
Mitoma's-
hamstring club.
Yeah, and then Mitoma's goal. I'd love to moan about Chalobah or maybe the high line or whatever else, but you can't.
Oh, it's a
You
touch,
can't
isn't it?
defend against that. Yeah, the touch was silky.
Well,
It was beautiful.
once he's done the touch, you can defend against it. Like,
Yeah, in hindsight, yeah. But you watch that in real time without the slow-mo replays and after watching it over and over and over, it just happened so quick. It was so pure. Every touch was pure. And the strike was pinpoint. It was lovely. I can't be too angry about that, except for maybe why are we still doing this high line, especially with our defenders.
Is that up there with goal of the season, do you reckon?
I mean, they say it's contender, yeah. It was such a beautiful touch.
Do you know what makes it number 1 for me?
Because it's against Chelsea.
Exactly, yep.
we don't see that enough nowadays. Shitty passing backwards all the time. Like back in the day, with like Berbatov, Bergkamp,
I love
doing
it.
that sort of thing every
Berbatov.
week. Well, Berbatov was quality, mate.
well, you are starting to see a bit more long ball again. Even City have been doing it since playing Chelsea. So you're going to start seeing that kind of touch, and you do see those kind of touches when you like switching play or doing the long diagonal that a couple of teams do, but it's usually not as effective as that.
Yeah, but we've been undone by that now quite a few weeks with this high line and the ball over the defence. And I think enough teams know that our back four is a little bit all over the place. There's no consistency. There's no gel and players are getting switched about a lot, whether it's through injuries or bad performances or whatever else. But then you think, all right, great goal. Let's see if we can bounce back from that. And we do get a chance. Enzo puts the ball in the back of the net, but he puts his hands on the defender's back. Just can't do it. Don't put them there. Don't. As soft as it looked, you just can't jump up and put your hands on the defender's back. You just can't do it.
Unless it's a Newcastle player against an Arsenal player.
Or Van Dijk.
Yes, unless it's those two things. But Chelsea, you're not going to get it this season. And then the Brighton's second goal. I need to watch it again because I thought Welbeck was offside. I thought he was just offside, but no one seemed to mention it. There was no sort of talk of it going to VAR. Obviously, the ref...
Because he went offside, that's why.
I definitely need to see it again. But it was still poor defending. And that was an end to a poor fucking first half. And then you think, well, we normally have a good half, so maybe we'll come out in the second half and we'll do something. Nothing. It was awful.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch it. Did you create any chances other than the Enzo disallowed goal and the
that was it.
Palmer
missed
shot?
Yeah, but we had listen. We had a lot of possession.
Got
it.
Hey.
We had a lot of possession. We had 8 shots, not one on target. Brighton had 30% possession. They had 13 shots and 5
Dare we
on
say
target.
it? Missing Nicholas Jackson.
That's what annoys me the most, right? So Jackson's out now, and Kunku, you must be thinking, this is my fucking chance. I'm going to go out there and give it everything because I want to be the number one striker. I don't remember him touching the ball. It was awful. Where are they all? I don't know what's going on. Like I say, that's the worst performance I've seen from us this season. And it's like I said, I know we have like a bad run at Christmas, but fuck me, we're almost at March now. I don't think you can keep pointing it at that. I mean, do you know what? It's annoying, right? Because people will then start, and I know you're probably going to ask it anyway, but people are going to start saying, yeah, when like Maresca's got to go, that's what you're going to start saying.
No.
But the thing is, right? If you looked now and said at the start of the season, this is where we'd be, you'd still say that's pretty good for us this season.
You're on target.
Yeah, exactly. We're on target. It's just because we had that brilliant run in the first half of the season.
Do you feel like you can fall out of the top 7?
Yeah. Where are all the strikes coming from? Where are the goals coming from? We're not making any chances.
So there's a good chance that you don't finish in a European spot.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, the way Chelsea are, I think if he doesn't finish in a European spot,
gone.
Especially if we don't win the Conference Cup, he'll be gone. Yeah, he will definitely be gone. There's no.
No, in Chelsea, if he loses the next game, he'll be gone. And also, according to you, it's all about what they look like, like their style of play and stuff, and how well they're playing. As to whether their manager should say it or not.
That's Luke.
No. Mitchell said this to me when Lopetegui was there at West Ham, and he was saying, "Well, because of West Ham's performances, like I wouldn't be happy with that." So, what? Maresca out now, is it?
I don't know.
Motherfucker.
I don't remember that conversation. But listen,
he's been waiting.
As shit as we have been this season, at least we still fucking beat you twice. Fucking prick. I don't know what's going on.
But you'd expect that, wouldn't you? And also to pick you up on something, because I feel like I ain't had it out with you in a little while because you've been accepted of Jackson. But you remember at the start of the season when you were saying, we should start in Kunku rather than Jackson because Jackson's useless. Fucking sucking that up now, aren't you?
Well, he's had one game.
Oh, here we go.
Nkunku is still our top scorer.
But if that was Jackson,
I mean, that's because he plays in the Farmers Europa League.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
You're absolutely right.
He plays against Sunday League teams.
What I would say, right, the only problem with that comparison is in the first half of the season, everyone seemed up for it. Palmer was just doing everything right, and our wingers were doing everything right, and there were lots of chances being created. I'm not happy with Nkunku. I'm not sticking up for him. He was fucking dog shit, but there's no service. Palmer's gone missing. The wingers have gone missing. There's no chances being created. So at the moment, it's a little bit of an unfair comparison. But I don't
think it is. I think the wingers are getting space when Jackson's playing because of the amount of pressure that Jackson puts on the defence because of his pace and stuff.
Okay, but Jackson hasn't scored in 9.
Okay, but Nkunku hasn't scored once in the Premier League, has he?
Yeah, of course he has.
Has he?
Yes. I'm going to have to Google that.
How many? If so, it's probably 2 or something stupid. So...
Yeah, well, he's only played 2 games.
No, he ain't. He's definitely come on off the bench numerous times.
In the last 10 minutes.
Oh, bollocks. So
crawl
out of his arse.
No, but I'm not happy with him. I'm not happy with any of them. But he's yeah. The whole team isn't playing well. And that's also with Jackson as well. Because obviously you say about, maybe he's creating these chances himself. But like I said, none in 9. The whole team, since our I think we had 5, we were on a 5-game win run, and then we hit Christmas. The whole team since then has been piss poor across the field. So the
question is, do Chelsea have an identity and a style of play? Like, obviously with Tottenham, we know Angie's going to play the kind of high press, all out attack kind of football. Do Chelsea have that kind of that?
Well, it's funny you should say that because I feel like we're going down the road of Tottenham right now because that was us. We knew our weakest point was our defence, not the defensive mids, but our defence, and we knew our strong points was the attack. So we have been playing this high line, and we have been doing the counter attack football. And the running up the wings and stretching teams. But I don't know if it's because we've been found out or it's because...
But that is what I was going to ask. Do you think teams have now found you out and worked out what you're going to do?
Yeah, and I think City really pulled it apart with the high line. And teams have seen that since because we've had 9 points out of the last 27. And I think it's piss poor.
They've fallen off a cliff. You really have. Yeah.
3 of those points were against West Ham. Sorry, Bob. But we really have. Yeah.
Fuck you, Mitchell.
Thank you.
Not in the mood
but I don't know. Is it a case of like the Postecoglou? Has Maresca not got a plan B? He's about to get found out. Yeah, so he needs to start doing something because otherwise people are going to start asking the questions. I mean, I think they already are. Even though, like I said, at the start of the season, you'd be happy where he is now.
So you finish anywhere between 10th and 6th and win the Conference League. Is that a good season?
Oh, if you'd asked me before the season, I'd have said yes.
He's asking you now, though.
No. Now, no, because literally since we were asked if we were title contenders when we were second, that's when it's all fallen apart. But we were up there
because there's only 6 points between you and 10th at the moment, and that's Brighton.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we would have. What would it have been if we'd beaten Brighton? We'd have still been in 4th, wouldn't we? 43, 44, 45, 46. Yeah, we'd have been a point off 3rd. I was just looking at it now. I was just looking at it. I'll look at the rest of the table. But we are. I don't know where we're going to get the points from. I need to look at our next lot of fixtures, but I don't know.
No, it's not getting easier, I don't think. I think you've got Liverpool coming up soon as well.
I will beat Liverpool.
Please do.
But it's hardly like they can fucking... Like, the manager's got a lot of options there, isn't he? Like, he's got enough to build 3 different style of play squads, for fuck's sake. He's got like 130 players at his fucking disposal.
But he's not...
Maresca out, mate, isn't it?
No, but he's not got any strikers. It's the same problem as Arsenal, except they can bring on a defender up front. We can't do that.
What about that? What's his name? Gueye or something? Or Guiza?
Did we send him out on loan? I can't remember if he's still here.
I mean, if you sent him out on loan, that is mental.
Yeah, we did bring that bloke who scored 9 in the Turkish league, David Fofana. So I don't know what's happening. Maybe they just got to get him up to squad fitness with the rest of the players. So
I don't think you need to worry, Mitch. I don't think you need to worry. I think, as you said, the expectations for this season, for where you are now, is higher than what people expected. I think, yes, you got some injuries, but who hasn't? But then you look at the Brighton. They've turned up against the big teams this season. You know, they got smashed with Nottingham Forest, so I don't know how that happened. But like the Tottenham, the Man United, the Man City, the Arsenal, even them drawing. I don't think they lost Arsenal. I think they drew both games.
We drew both games, yeah.
Both games, but like they're still turning up. But then they go get beat by Crystal Palace.
Yeah,
you know,
but
they're just one of those teams.
Yeah, but we have a very good record against Brighton, and the fact that they just knocked us out of the cup, we should have bounced back. But we should have bounced back against them. It was really poor. If it was a tight game and they beat us by 1 goal and we made lots of chances, I'd be like, it's just one of them days. But 3-0 and not a shot on target, that's unacceptable. That's poor.
That's not great at all. But then, like I said, they set up defensively. You had a lot of possession. Go watch that game. You had a lot of possession, and you could have just taken some pot shots, but didn't. But just tried to play the old Arsenal football, trying to walk it in, and it just didn't work. And then
I don't know,
they counter-attack for it. Matoma, we've always said this with Matoma, is that he's a quality player. He just seems to be injury prone. But when he plays and he's on his day, he's phenomenal.
Yeah,
and he was just so good.
He had a very good game. But then
Welbeck played his experience as well in that game of his body, his strength, and just played the ball off and just found good positioning to spread you out a little bit.
Playing offside.
Well, it works, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. Something's obviously not right at the moment.
It's the manager.
Maybe.
Cole Palmer's having a cold patch.
But the thing is, if they go and win next week, I mean, we're having a totally different conversation. You know, I feel like Chelsea are overachieving this season, just with the amount of players that they've brought in as well, and getting used to the Premier League. I can imagine next season they're flyby.
I don't think they are overachieving though. Like based on the amount of money they've got.
No, I get from the money that they've spent, but like if we all spent like 70 million, 100 million on players, wouldn't we all be sitting here and be going, do you know what? It's the first season of Premier League. We'd be like, you know, give him till next season. So many players.
I think the only thing you can really compare it to is the first 2 seasons of Arsenal under Arteta, where we finished 8th. And that was acceptable because he was getting rid of players to bring in his own players.
Yeah.
But when the squad's £1 billion squad, do you have that luxury? Like, that's my question.
Yeah, money. Expect them to all gel. Sorry, Mitch, I'm not talking quite a bit on Chelsea here, but I just don't think you can expect them to gel straight away.
No, you're right. You're right, because it doesn't. $1 billion, $1 trillion, $1 million. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Money doesn't make people gel. Do you know what I mean? You can't buy it.
No, the manager's supposed to.
Yeah,
which they need time to do.
Still trying. Yeah,
but I mean, you would think with that amount of, like, yes, I'm going to talk about money again, but that amount of money spent, the amount of players that you've got, top quality players as well, like, surely your expectation has got to be top 4. Like, regardless, because everyone's in the same boat after summer transfer windows and all of that. Like, they're bringing in new players unless you're Liverpool.
I mean, only 1 point, Bob, off top 4.
Yeah,
and looking at the 2 teams above them, or 3 teams, is Nottingham Forest, City, and Bournemouth.
But that's what I'm saying.
You expect Nottingham Forest and Bournemouth to come out of that, and
that's what I'm saying.
Newcastle and Chelsea in.
But if I was a Chelsea fan, I'd be going, well, at least top 6, or at least top 4. And if I got top 6, I wouldn't necessarily be happy if we were 6.
Well, no, because before the start of the season, I did say I'd be happy with top 6.
Yeah, no, because I'm just saying my opinion.
You're right. I mean, it is a lot of money spent, but then it's not like we brought in big name players. Do you know what I mean? I just think that's
the other question: is where is the money spent?
Like, yeah, exactly. I don't think it's been spent very well. No, I don't either. I don't know. He's just a cowboy, isn't he? He just wants to splash the cash, especially with the inflated prices after a World Cup.
Well, and teams knowing it's Chelsea coming in for their players.
Exactly that. So £1 billion was spent. It doesn't mean it's £1 billion squad.
Well, it does. That's how much you fucking spend.
So I don't disagree. And as I said previously as well, you're going to have inconsistent results because it's the youngest squad in the Premier League. Like, there is going to be inconsistencies there.
Oh, I hate this fucking young player thing. Arsenal were banging on about it for years as well. I was a young squad. I think like Spurs always do it as well.
But it's right.
I'd rather
the evidence is there.
Team like West Ham,
into it.
We've got like an average age of fucking 43 or something. Like, I'd rather a fucking young squad. Fucking
average age of 43. But no one's saying it's a bad thing, Bob. But it's managing the expectations. Again, for me as an Arsenal fan, in the first 3 years of Arteta being there, I knew there was going to be results that were a bit odd because the young players aren't experienced and they don't know how to get the game management's not there, and they learn they should learn very quickly, but you've just got to expect inconsistent results and performances, and that's what you get.
It. But don't use
no one's making that. No one's making that as an excuse. I'm just saying that that is a fact.
No, you did use it as an excuse, though. I always remember you saying young team. Was it you or Tom? I don't know.
One of them.
It's just making it up.
Yeah, but if we get 9 points in the next 3 games, I've just looked at the next 3 games, which is very, very doable.
Villa away.
Villa away is the hard one. Then you got Southampton and Leicester, and we're at home.
Yeah, so you should at least get 6 points.
At least, if we're here in 3 weeks' time, and we've only got
46 points.
Where are we now? Yeah, then I don't know. It's a bit of a worry, but we might be talking too soon. Like I say, if we do win the next 3, because then it's Arsenal after that. You're still on for a successful season for us for this first season under Maresca.
Yeah, fair. Young squad though, isn't it?
It is a young squad, mate. I miss Thiago. If he was still here this season, I'm
not so sure it'd be much better, but
he'd sort some shit out though. He's a voice.
Well, his missus would anyway.
Yeah. She got rid of Poch.
Anyone else want to weigh in on Chelsea?
Fuck Chelsea.
Fuck Chelsea.
Fair. Any parting shots, Mitchell?
I'd love some fucking shots on target. Talking parting shots, but ain't fucking happening, is it?
Right. Okay. We're going to Arsenal Leicester. We don't need to speak about the first half whatsoever. That was absolute trash. Second half, we was a little bit better. Obviously, Ethan Nowari was superb. Throughout the game, he was the real spark for us. Just before we scored, Lewis Skelly with a massive touch that obviously keeps us at 0-0. And if he doesn't make that touch, it's a complete different game. We probably scrape away with a draw. And then there was rumours of it during the week that we're going to try Merino up top. And because Sterling was having an absolute shocker once again.
He had a good 2 minutes.
And the thing with Sterling is, again, I've said it before, the Arsenal fans just need to keep giving him the love, keep supporting him, and hopefully he plays into some form. My expectation of that is gone, but I can put hope. But Merino come on, and a great delivery by Nowari for the goal. And one of the things I really liked about the goal was actually Merino's movement, because he kind of drifts from one side of the box to the other as the ball goes in and out. And then he makes the first run, ball doesn't come, gets back on side, and then makes the second run, and the ball comes. And should be an easy enough header for a Premier League footballer, but we've seen Kai Havertz miss a couple of those this season already. So that was a nice goal to see. And then the second one was again a breakaway, counter attack, give the ball to Calafiori, and he travelled with it. Nice little ball out to Trossard. I thought he held the ball a little bit too long, Calafiori, and I didn't think Trossard was going to beat the defender. But again, a great ball in, and Merino with a fantastic finish. And that was it. There's not really much more to talk about the game. It was quite a boring match. Not many chances, but we got through it. Scrappy one, and we got through it. It was an awful first half. Yeah, absolutely awful first half.
I didn't watch the game. Did they just set up shop and then just bend, or they just Arsenal just couldn't?
Leicester had the best 2 chances in the first half with a shot from the outside of the box, which was straight at Raya. It was first kind of 20 minutes, and then it was Ndidi, and then he had a header that went wide that he should have done a bit better with and got it on target at the very least. But Arsenal had literally no penetration. Like we knocked the ball about in front of the defenders. Nobody was making runs in behind. Someone's laughing at the word penetration. Nobody was making the runs in behind. Other than Nowari, we didn't look like we was going to be able to beat a player. we were sloppy in possession. I think Odegaard and Thomas Partey both gave it away. And the most likely way we was looking at getting a goal was a kind of a deep run from Declan Rice on a long ball. We did that a couple of times in the first half, and there was one where he miscontrolled it, and there was another one where it just skipped away from him. But other than that, we just didn't have a goal threat whatsoever.
Do you think Declan Rice is having a good season?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of his assists or whatnot have come from corners, but we're trying him with different positions. The start of the season with Merino as well. I think Arteta's found it quite hard to balance the team with Partey, Merino, and Rice. Rice's best position for Arsenal has been the left side front of the midfield. So we have Odegaard on the right side, Thomas Partey behind the two of them. But that's kind of where he wanted to play Merino as well when he first came into the squad. So Rice dropped back into the Thomas Partey role, and Thomas Partey went back to right back, and that just didn't work. It was super imbalanced. And Thomas Partey shouldn't be played at right back. But yeah, I think he's solid. One of the things that he does super well is he just takes the ball forward, which I think he did quite a lot for West Ham as well. When he's broken up an attack, he can run with the ball and just take a bit of pressure off.
Yeah. The only reason I asked that is because I saw I can't remember where it was, either a YouTube short or something like that, but basically an Arsenal fan was basically saying that they don't think they've had a very good season this season, and I didn't really understand that comment, so I was just interested to hear what you had to say about it. But
I think he's. I don't think he's been as good as he was last season, but I think that's because there's been a lot of changes around him. So and he's been asked to do different roles in different games quite a lot. So, but I think he's usually at least a 7 out of 10 in every single match. It's very rare that he's had a poor game. If he has had a poor game this season, maybe you'd say the Brighton game where he got sent off.
Stupid kicking the ball away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Although Liverpool player got away with it today, but we won't talk about that.
Oh, was that Canate?
Yeah, it was Canate.
Clive, guys, given the conversation that we had in the last podcast and everything that's happened since,
yep.
So obviously you were pretty adamant that Liverpool, they're going to beat Everton, they're going to be 9 points clear, it's going to be impossible.
Yep.
And then the very next day, Havertz gets injured. Cool. Everton get the draw. Are you now regretting a little bit more that you didn't, and not Watkins scored this weekend? So you're a little bit regretful that even if it wasn't Watkins, you didn't try and get another striker just in case.
I believe we probably did try.
Tried harder?
I don't believe we tried very hard, but I believe we would have tried. Yes, because Kai Havertz got injured this week. Yes.
But he won 2-0, so who cares?
Against Leicester, who are in the bottom three.
Marino's the next Nicholas Jackson, I heard.
When we're playing Newcastle at the end of the season, or Chelsea in a couple of weeks, or Liverpool, without an actual striker, then yeah, I'll probably be a bit worried. But I mean, hopefully Saka's back soon, and it'll be interesting to see what we do with Nawari, because we've got Saka and Martinelli coming back, and who's to say that we don't see Saka in the false nine role and Nawari stay out right, or Martinelli when he's back go into a false nine role, and Trossard stay out on the left, or Nawari switch sides, or Saka switch sides. So when we've got players back, it'll be interesting to see what happens. But
I think
a former striker would be nice.
This is your prime opportunity to just go, fuck it, we're going full Stoke City FC here, and we're just going to get corners. And I think you will see that in certain matches. I think in games against Leicester where we're supposed to dominate the game, we will still score from kind of open play and likes of crosses like Nawari. And as I say,
at some point Sterling's got to do something in an Arsenal shirt, right? Be it 1 goal or 2. Come on, he's got to do something.
He can't do shit.
But yeah, we've not scored a set piece goal in a few weeks now, so there's going to be one round the corner again, right? So
absolutely,
maybe this weekend.
No, I don't know.
Anything else on Arsenal? I mean, it was a bad game, so keeping it short is not a bad thing.
No, nothing for me.
No, shit.
Right, so next game was West Ham Brentford.
Potter out. Move on.
Moyes definitely in. Look at him. He's running up that league.
Our fucking Messiah is going absolutely crazy at Everton, and we're stuck with fucking Harry Potter. Right. No, I jest. I am going to start when we get to the MANvAI, though. I'm going to change the other team a flat to West Ham a flat. By the way, just in general now, because that was.
It's not worked for you, has it?
No, it hasn't. Brentford were the better team. Should have probably won 3 or 4-0. To be honest,
yeah, they had 2 disallowed as well, didn't they? For offsides.
Yeah. I haven't seen. I've only seen the extended highlights. It looked like Evan. I think the one positive I took out of the game was that Evan Ferguson looked pretty good when he came on.
It was brought on in the first half as well, or just after the.
Just after the first half, I think, like the 46th minute or something. But yeah, that was the only positive, really. He put one on the plate for Kudus.
Yeah, he should have scored that. Yeah, he should have scored it.
Yeah, and to be honest, I'm feeling a little bit like this with Kudus recently. Anyway, I don't know. He just seems very negative at the moment, and I don't know whether it's because he don't want to be there.
Listen to you, man.
Who does? Who wants to be there?
Well, it worked for Paquetá because he started playing half decent when I started slagging him off. But yeah, I don't know. He seems a bit negative, and even when he loses the ball, he passes back a lot, which I don't mind in certain situations. But when we're breaking forward, he doesn't seem to be doing as much of his running at players as much anymore. And when he does lose the ball in those situations, he's not really one to chase back. So it just all feels a bit meh with him at the moment. But yeah, Evan Ferguson looked good, and that's the only positive I've got. The goal was an absolute shit show.
The goal, I was going to ask, like Areola, how does he not, the second touch that he gets, how is he not pushing that the other way? I saw it, I was like, what the has happened there?
Yeah, it was just chaos, wasn't it? Like, I just don't. There was, and it was kind of like going back to the start of the season, West Ham, where we just had no control for like the first 10 minutes, and similar to what Brentford done to us in the first game that they played against us, just went at us very early, and we just can't seem to cope with it. Also, don't know why we're still playing Mavropanos when I think Todibo was returning from injury, but he didn't even get any game time. But apparently Mavropanos was pretty shit. I didn't actually see that much of him. But yeah, I just don't really like football at the moment. I think I might start watching MANvAI or something.
I might join you.
Yeah, sick of it.
Sick of it.
Yeah.
I've really got not many questions that we haven't already gone over with West Ham. Like,
it was
conceded another early goal. That's kind of a thing for West Ham at the moment.
Yeah, I thought we kind of got out of that a little bit, but I don't know. Maybe Potter's bringing it back and it's part of his tactics. I don't know.
I mean, the new manager bounce lasted all of one game.
It didn't even last that, did it?
I think what's your form is a loss, win, loss, draw, loss at the moment.
Who did we win against? I know that we had Villa in the cup in his first game, and then it might have been I can't even remember. I don't know. I've actually lost track.
Yeah, Fulham 3-2.
That was it, Fulham. And Fulham should have probably drew that game with us as well. But I think at this point, I think people are realising that the players need to take some accountability for these performances.
So with 13 games left, yeah. I don't think you are, but you're only 10 points above relegation.
Yeah.
My fucking prediction.
Could it happen?
Well, I mean, like mathematically it could happen, but I would say 99% sure no, it won't happen.
99.
If Leicester beat you in a couple of weeks,
that's going to be a 6-pointer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see it.
No, I don't. And I say I don't see it either. But you got to ask the question.
Yeah.
Well, right. So we've got Arsenal obviously at the weekend. They can't score for beans. And then we've got Leicester at home, Newcastle at home. Newcastle was shit. We beat them 2-0 early on in the season with a crap manager, apparently. Everton away. Oh, fucking David Moyes is going to do us over, isn't he? I think our run of fixtures, I think we should be fine. I mean, we've got Southampton and Spurs in there and Man United.
All 6
so
pointers.
We should be winning. Well, we should be getting at least 9 points out of those 3 games.
I can't wait for Man versus AI on all of these games at the moment.
No, it's not going to happen. But it's obviously
with those fixtures you've just read out. I'm thinking, where are the points coming from?
What?
Yeah, those fixtures you've just read out. I'm thinking, where are the points coming from?
United,
Wolves and Leicester are all 6 pointers.
We're going to beat Wolves again, easy.
I mean, they look decent this afternoon against Liverpool.
Yeah, but Liverpool's shit at the moment as well, aren't they? And we've got to play Liverpool at Anfield. So that's another 3 points to West Up.
Your last game of the season is against Ipswich. Imagine if that was
relegation,
it's not
all or
going
nothing
to be,
game.
It could be.
It fucking could be.
It's not going to be.
I'd love it if it was. That would make my season.
You've got to remember that these teams who are struggling to beat anyone at the moment have got all,
including West Ham.
Yeah, but we're 10 points clear.
Yeah, you are at the moment. Yeah, you are. Yeah. I mean, Ipswich have got Tottenham this weekend coming, so they've already beaten them this season. So you know that could put them 9 points behind, or 7 points behind you after we beat you. So
yeah, well, it's not going to happen. I'm telling you right now, and you're all silly to think it is.
You are literally 99% sure. You're not going to get
sure.
Not going to get dragged into that battle.
Yeah, and unless there's like a point deduction or something.
What points do you think you're safe? Like in mathematical sense.
What points? What?
How many more points do you need to be 100%?
I reckon it's going to be. Well, I think we're pretty much safe now. Like you can never say 100%.
So you think 27 points is safe?
No.
So what points total do you think is? Because it used to be 40 points.
I would say 35.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's another 8 points, right? So we're beating Man United. Everyone does. We're beating Bournemouth at home because we've already beat them in the Carling Cup. So fuck Bournemouth.
Bournemouth. So West Ham at home, or Bournemouth at home.
West Ham at home.
Okay, all right.
And then we're away to Everton, so we're going to beat them, and then Potter's going to give it the old up yours to fucking Moyes.
Just like he did against Chelsea.
Yeah, exactly.
Shut up, Bob. The longer I look at these fixtures for you, the more I think it really is a possibility.
Yeah, but that's because you're silly. That's
why I did predict it. That's why I'm willing it to happen.
Yeah, I'm sure you are, but just because you're willing it to happen doesn't mean it's going to happen, does it?
Yeah, but Potter is helping me out at the moment.
I mean, he did will Kai Havertz to get injured, and look what happened.
How many points do you reckon you'll finish on, Bob, at the end of the season?
35.
Okay, so really, I just need Tottenham to win 2 more games, and then I'll get BFC. Is that?
Shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, there's no chance for me. Like, absolutely no chance.
It's gone from 99 to no chance. 100%.
No, but 99% is no chance, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Well, no, it's a 1% chance.
Well, no, yes, I get that, but it's basically saying unless something ridiculously drastic.
Just be factually
happens.
correct, all right?
I mean, we've got more chance of getting an asteroid, haven't we?
Given your love for Ipswich Town, would you not like to see Ipswich stay up and West Ham go down?
No, in that last game of the season.
You sort of got to be pulling that leg, honestly. Like it's not going to happen. If it does, I will go on YouTube live and eat my West Ham shirt.
Do you know what? It would be great, but wouldn't it be a little bit sad as well for season 2 of this podcast? There'd be no West Ham derby.
Bob would be binned off.
Yeah.
Well, we'd still have the FA Cup and the Carling Cup, so
you ain't get that.
Oh well, we could always support Ipswich.
In Ipswich?
Yeah, if they stay up, yeah.
What makes you think it'd be... Fuck you guys. I'm talking about West Ham. Let's move
on. Shall we move on then? Are we done?
Oh, it's just hearing Bob talking about the championship in the next season.
That's brilliant.
It's not going to happen.
It's happened before.
It's happened
on
before.
More points than what you're expecting now.
Yeah, but it's a different season.
West Ham v Millwall next season. Oh yeah. Can't wait to hear
You're going to be
your...
solely disappointed. Do you want a BFC bet?
What is it? What?
So if West Ham get relegated, I owe you a BFC. If they don't, then you owe me a BFC.
Oh, the odds are against you, Mitch. A 1% chance.
I mean, it's a ridiculous bet to take, but I want to will it into action.
Okay, well, you can buy one for Luke then.
Right, let's go on to Tottenham versus Manchester United. The news is Luke didn't watch it because he's still taking a break from watching Tottenham.
Did not watch it. I've seen the highlights though.
So give us your highlighted thoughts, and then did everyone else watch it?
I did.
Little bits, yeah.
I saw bits, so we can talk about it.
Okay, on my prediction, I'll go for my prediction from last week. I was not expecting to have Vicario back and some of the players back for this game. So it went against my prediction, and looking at the highlights. Looking at the highlights and stuff, they look like they had a few good chances and could have scored. Vicario made some great saves.
I would say they had the better chances and they should have scored. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So looking at that, they could have scored like 3 goals. So I was like, fair enough. Having Vicario back has helped. It looked good. It looked all right from the highlights that we didn't show too much of because it was mainly Man United having the better chances. I look at some of the comments and stuff from some of the fans, and they were saying obviously Jed Spence being quality, as I've always said. And then you obviously dropped a message, Clive, in being man of the match. So I'd like to get your opinion on that. It's good to see Maddison back. I believe he didn't play the full game again.
No, he got subbed off.
Yeah. Because a lot of players have probably learned a little bit now to take them off a little bit earlier than normal because of they've just come back from injury.
I mean, with Maddison, he'd been doing that all season anyway, hadn't he?
Yeah, because he's injury prone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I get that with Maddison, and I'm not surprised, to be fair, on that. But yeah, I looked at the lineup and I was like, oh, fucking hell, this is... And our bench as well, Volabert on the bench, Udogie on the bench. It was good for players that have just come back from injury to be able to come on and get some more minutes.
Did you look at the United bench as well?
I did the youngsters, but I have no sympathy. Look, come on, guys, no sympathy for him. As Poch said, as Ange said, we've had that for 2.5 months. They've had it for like a couple of weeks. Let's not start feeling sorry for fucking Man United, the biggest club in the world that everyone fucking wants to go to. Bunch of cats.
Oh, come on, Luke. They've got a young squad, mate.
Young. They still had a full squad though, didn't they? That they played, so they've got no excuses whatsoever, especially for a club of their status. It's good to see though, isn't it? Come on, guys. It's good to see fucking Man United. Where's Langley? Does he listen to this?
I would say it's good to see Man United if I didn't owe you a BFC at the end of the season if Spurs finished above us.
Yeah. But you guys watched it. I obviously still taking a break because my mental health is more important. Tottenham frustrate the shit out of me. And literally, when I looked at the result, I was like, please don't concede. Considering all season, all we've been doing is conceding.
And I wouldn't say it was because of Tottenham. Like, you wasn't great defensively, other than Spence. Yeah. It was because United couldn't finish for Toffee.
I got that impression from the highlight.
Great chances.
Garnacho specifically.
Yeah, Garnacho and Xerxes had a great heading opportunity that he probably got a bit too much on. Vicario made one outstanding save down to his bottom right. I can't remember who had the shot.
Yeah, well, I saw one going close to top corner as well that he saved from the highlight. That looked like that was another good. He was on a stretch on that one, so that looked like a good save as well. I think for the saves, it's not just the fact that he's made that save; it's the fact that he's got it in a position where
he's pushed it out. He's pushed it out well, like unlike Onana for the Maddison goal.
For the Maddison goal, yeah.
But yeah, Spence he was just solid the whole game. Made one or two very, very good recovery tackles. But I would say you're lucky you was playing United, if I'm honest.
Yeah, you didn't have a lot of good chances other than your goal. I wouldn't say. I think agree. Man United had the better chances and definitely should have taken at least one or two of them.
Yeah, I'd say that's 100% right. Son looked all right at times, but you just didn't like even in the transitions. You didn't really look like you was going to make anything happen. Now maybe that's because Manchester United was set up defensively well, but I wouldn't even say that. I think you was maybe a bit scared to really go at them.
Yeah, because teams have been getting because obviously counter-attack football. Because what I heard, what I was reading from the fans was like Ange went back to his tactics again. He's like high line and then quite attacking. But there was obviously, as you mentioned, I can only assume why there was a bit reserved in not full on attack. I guess by the sounds of things from yourself is that we do concede, and we ain't got Van der Ven or Romero to help us out. So there's always space.
You don't have that pace other than Spence at the back.
Yeah, exactly that. And if he's doing the recovery runs all day, I was quite surprised though that he played Porro at right back and not Spence at right back and Udogie left. But I assume the reason for that was because Udogie's just come back from injury and playing against United.
He's not going to risk it like he did Romero and Van der Ven again, is he?
Yeah,
if he hasn't learned that mistake already, then you can't want him as a manager.
Exactly that, yeah. And it was still, I give him credit for the lineup. I feel like he could have played those players if he wanted to, like what he has done in the past. He's like, oh no, we've got all the players back and we'll just play them because we need to get 3 points. Like he looked like he played the players that have been playing anyway, with a few little tweaks here and there.
Yeah, obviously Maddison coming from the off, and obviously Kulusevski started as well. So them both starting was probably a bit similar to like you was at the start of the season. You kind of had them both centrally a lot.
Yeah, and Kulusevski, mate, I bet you put a fucking shift in as well, didn't he?
I think it was one of his quieter games. Like he worked hard because you didn't have much. I don't know the possession stats, but he worked. But he's been a bit quiet for the last couple of weeks, in my opinion. Maybe that's because of the load that he's had on.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those games where I think you kind of, if you was playing another team in the Premier League, you might have struggled. So it's right time for the fixture, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think Spurs were good for about 30 minutes in the first half. They looked good on the ball, looked quite sharp and stuff. But they just were. It was similar to like earlier on in the season when we were talking about Spurs, like. Got a lot of the ball, looked good on the ball, but weren't doing anything with it particularly.
Yeah,
that's what it felt like. And I think Man United were just a little bit stupid. Like I can't believe where they were playing Højlund and Xerxes.
Yeah.
Why they weren't just piling the balls into the box constantly? Because
so there was a couple of really good crosses, wasn't there? Like from Bruno Fernandes, he whipped in a couple and. I can't remember their right back, but their right back whipped in a couple of nice balls. But I mean, Vicario,
Dallo,
and it was Dallo. Yeah, Vicario's not exactly the most confident goalkeeper coming and claiming the ball either. So, yeah, I think a better team would have caused more issues.
No, I'm happy with a win. Take the points.
And the points for MANvAI as well.
I know. I mean, you guys are dropping points. We'll get to that, but fucking.
I mean, let's not say points.
Okay, point. Well, last week, it was another point. This week, another point. Next week, another point. Just saying.
So, I mean, he has got 2 points in 2 weeks. We'll go to that in a minute, though.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to talk about Tottenham?
Not really. Other than I don't know if you've seen Angie's recent interview, but he's mellowed out a little bit.
I think they're really pandering to him. I don't think they're asking him the tough questions.
They're scared now,
because they're scared that he'll snap.
And do you know what? Maybe that's what he wanted. Maybe he wants to go down the Ferguson route and people leave him alone because he'll snap.
I thought after last week's game, and then this week, the guy, I don't know who was interviewing him, but he really kind of went, "Oh, you know a bit more about football than I do, so can you explain how the players being back made a difference?" It's just like, why are you asking it like that?
Yeah, they are. Do you know what? And if that's what he's trying to go for and it's working, it could end up in Tottenham's favour if he starts being a bit intimidating.
Every week he just keeps getting the same responses. Like you guys ask me every week, is it Ange out? It's like I can understand his frustrations where the media are asking the same sort of question. It's like, oh,
that's because the same results are happening. Yeah. Nothing's changing.
Well, exactly. And he keeps giving the same answer. And you know, there's only so many times you can keep saying the injuries.
Now you've made that. Sorry. I was going to say, now you've made that comparison, you're definitely the Ange of this podcast, Luke.
Well, I've said it, haven't I? And then a prime example of this, you know, and it'd be another thing and I assume the media will eat this up as well, is that, okay, Spurs won today, and they had their main goalkeeper back. We had Brendan Johnson on the bench to bring on, Odebert on the bench to bring on, Udogie to bring on from the bench. We had Maddison back. Bentancur was back now from all of the little knocks and tweaks and stuff that he keeps getting, and been able to play a couple of games now and get 90 minutes in. And you start looking, you're like, okay, we now got a striker up front. Yeah, I know he didn't score, but I know he scored the other week. Like, you're looking at it, you're like, okay, there's actually now a squad there again, instead of just youngsters playing in different positions in 3 times in that game, in different positions, when players can actually play in natural positions for the whole 90 minutes. So I'm not saying, like, I know Tom brought it up before, it's like, well, you still lost games at the beginning of the season. But I said this before, that's just football in general. You don't always win every single game in the Premier League. Even other teams that have gone unbeaten, you know, they didn't win every single game. That's just football. Obviously, I don't want to lose, but seeing the players back, it's just good to see because they've got that experience in the league. You know, having Ben Davies at the back today.
We've had Ben Davies at the back. I know
that. But we had the Dragusin Ben Davies, then we had Archie Gray Ben Davies, then we've had Archie Gray Dragusin, then we've had Jed Spence at centre back, and we've had Dragusin off the bench. It's just nice to see a bit of structure at the back there with Porro, Jed Spence in there, Davis, and the new guy Danzo, who looks pretty good as well. So yeah, again, the structure's there. And we like next week we might go and lose against Ipswich, and then we're looking at it and be like, oh fucking hell,
just for West Ham's sake,
just for West Ham's sake. But like if we go and beat them again, the next thing will be, well, okay, so it was Ipswich. Look where they were in the league. You know, there's never winning in football at the moment. But then if we lose against Ipswich, it'll be Ange out. It'll be this. Well, you didn't do that. You didn't do that. But then if we win, well, it was expected win because they've only got 17 points this season.
Yeah, I think he's bought himself a bit of time because
I think he has. Yeah, I think he has. And if we can beat Ipswich as well, that's another 3 points that shoots us back up in the league again, and it gives them again a bit more breathing room.
It doesn't move you in the league, even if you win. He stays 12th.
Oh, because of the Brentford 34.
Yeah, Brentford 34. But
just like, who you are, mate.
But that's the thing. Obviously, results brings confidence, and as you rightly say, like with your players coming back, again, I think the reason why you beat United is because you're playing them at the right time. On another day, United score 2 or 3 against you. So, and you can only beat who's in front of you.
Exactly that. I mean, we smashed them away last time, 4-0. You know, and everyone was like, "Oh, Man United was shit on the day."
They did get a dodgy red card, but
we was already 3-0 up then, Clive.
They got a dodgy red card.
Doesn't matter. We were 3-0 up. You can't just go. If they get a red,
if there's any team that could lose a 3-0 game.
Oh, it's Tottenham. Yeah, it's Tottenham. But the thing is, though, is like we was in control of that game, and we were 3-0 up. You can't blame a red card. If that was any other team, you guys would have been saying the same thing. Well, we're still 3-0 up. It was already won.
Possibly.
No, definitely, not possibly, definitely. So, happy result. We'll take it, and on to the next game.
So you going to continue not to watch them?
I'll miss the Ipswich game, and then after that, I'm back.
I'll
just absolutely making sure there, and you.
Right. I'm just going to skip the Ipswich one, just in case.
No, I said 2 weeks, didn't I? So I'm a man of my word.
We're pulling your leg, Luke.
Oh, I know. Because if I said I'm going to watch the Ipswich game, you'd have went, yeah, because you beat Man United. So
we want you to watch it so that you lose to Ipswich.
Yeah, okay.
We're willing you to come back and watch it
because that's how it works.
Exactly.
I feel like it though sometimes. I feel like fucking football hurts.
So let's move on to Man vs AI, I guess. Let's get a little bit. We might even get done by an hour and 10 this episode, boys.
What a Sunday treat.
What a Sunday treat. You can go and watch a movie and be ready for work tomorrow, everyone.
Why'd you have to mention that?
Yeah, God, fucking hell, Clive.
All right, so Man vs AI. Do the noise. Beep, boop, boop, beep.
At London
on
is.
The bar. Second is a 0.
So we go through it quickly. AI predicted Brighton 1, Chelsea 2, so got 0 points. Here we go. AI predicted Leicester 0, Arsenal 2, so got 3 points. AI predicted West Ham 1, Brentford 1, so you got 0. It predicted Tottenham 1, Manchester United 2, so got 0. Totaling 3 points this week.
That's
all
not
against
too bad.
Arsenal.
That's not too bad. Yeah, it's classful.
Bob predicted West Ham winning 2-0. Laugh. 0 points.
He's had a laugh track on there.
Brentford flat.
Mitchell predicted Chelsea to beat Brighton 2-1. 0 points. Luke predicted Tottenham to beat United 3-2. 1 point.
Look, weren't expecting the players back, but okay.
Clive, pre-Kai Havertz injury, predicted Arsenal to beat Leicester 4-0.
You expect even with Havertz?
Got 1 point.
I reckon it would have been 0-0 with Havertz.
Yeah, more likely. Yeah,
I reckon he would have got a hat trick, and then Lamari would have got one. So AI 75 points in total. The humans 55. It's got a lovely 20-point gap. It is smashing us. Mitchell's still sitting on top with 16 points, but he's now joint by Clive with 16 points. Bob, 15 points. Luke is creeping up on Bob with 8 points.
Get in there, mate. Get in there.
Creeping up.
He did his Ange fucking getting there, mate.
Get in there.
It's just who I am, mate.
That's who I am. Don't predict losses, mate.
No, don't predict them.
Luke, you'll always win a trophy in your second season, so don't worry.
Still in Europa Cup, so we'll see.
Right, so this week we've got a lovely derby, a Londoners derby. Arsenal play West Ham. Arsenal are the home team.
3 p.m. kickoff. What a load of
3 p.m. on a Saturday. It is the nicest kickoff though when you go into the games and whatnot.
But I'm not.
I'm going to predict an Arsenal.
Can you get us tickets, Clive?
I can try. I'm going to go 2-0 Arsenal.
Oh, we're still talking about predictions. I don't like.
Oh, that's the segment, Bob. Yeah.
Okay.
We've only done it for 20 weeks.
This is game week 26. 2-0 to Arsenal is what I'm predicting. What are you going, Bob?
Just before I do my prediction, but
sure.
What a credit to all of us for still being here after 26 episodes. That's crazy.
I did have to have a little break, didn't I? I had to have a little break.
That's mental.
Well done to us.
The least amount of appearances at the moment.
Please continue to be the least. That'll be fine.
We miss Tom.
No, we don't miss Tom.
Bob, your prediction, please. Stop shirting it.
I'm going to go.
Go on, just do it to beat him.
2-1 Arsenal.
Oh, you fucking call yourself a West Ham fan. Can you not go for a draw? Why don't you just go for a 1-1?
Because I don't want to. I want to get points. It's you that don't understand.
No, mate. No, you just want to beat AI. You just don't want your club to succeed. Fuck you.
He doesn't want to lose to you.
You're creeping
up, apparently. He wants to see you in an Arsenal shirt, Luke.
Yeah, that's not happening.
We shall see. Ipswich, Tottenham, Luke.
Are we at home or away? I don't even know.
You are away. You lost to them at home.
So it doesn't really matter either way then, does it? Bollocks.
Liam Delap's going to score for sure.
More than likely. I will go 2-1 Tottenham.
Well, they are getting a bit more reserved, aren't they?
I
thought you would have been like 15-0 Spurs.
2-1 Tottenham. And Chelsea play Villa in the late kickoff on Saturday.
I'm going to go 1-1.
I thought it was going to be a loss.
I'm going 1-1.
Call yourself a fan, mate.
Do Villa play midweek?
They do, Liverpool. Yeah.
Oh, Mitchell.
No.
Mitchell.
He's not going to buy it.
No,
Mitchell.
Absolutely not.
I mean, you didn't listen to me last time.
It might even be 0-0. I don't even know where we're getting this guy from.
You might turn up like you did before, where it's like 4-0.
Right, I'm just typing it into AI right now so you can talk amongst yourselves for a second.
I hope you all lose.
Yeah.
I fucking really hope Ipswich beat Spurs.
Thanks, Mitch. I appreciate that, mate.
Yeah, but it's only because I want to see West Ham get relegated because it'd be fucking hilarious.
You want to see him sweat, don't you?
Yeah, but
what a prediction, though.
Even if they do beat Spurs, there's no way West Ham are going to get relegated.
So in terms of the predictions as well, if that happens, what one do you think is a better prediction? Luke's Liverpool winning the league or Mitchell's West Ham getting relegated?
West Ham. I think West Ham. Yeah.
Liverpool winning the league is believable.
What?
Slot's first season.
Yeah, but he's saying the better prediction. Surely the better prediction is Liverpool because that's...
No, because I predicted Liverpool, so I already knew that anyway.
What's more unlikely?
Exactly. Which one would have been a better prediction?
Yeah, because it's more unlikely. I genuinely didn't think West Ham would actually be in this position.
Yeah, I wouldn't put West Ham being relegated. So we West Ham.
The fact they are.
I mean, no. We're fucking 10 points clear.
Not for long.
And the thing is, Liverpool are 10 points, or they were like 9 points clear or whatever. And people were saying, well, that's closed. But all of a sudden, when it's West Ham, we've got 4 teams below us that can't fucking win for toffee.
Hang on.
How do you think that's going to happen?
No, because we've just said 7 points is very much doable. Ipswich beat Spurs, or whoever Leicester are playing, beat whoever. That's a 7 point gap.
Yeah, but you've got to rely on West Ham losing all of our games.
I can believe it. I don't even think you need to lose all. There's a lot of hard.
I really don't think we're as bad as what you think we are.
Well, you're not beating Arsenal.
Yeah, but that's one game.
And then it's a 7 point gap. I'm banking on Ipswich and Leicester both winning.
You're such a fucking dickhead, honestly.
By the way, I did say the 10 points weren't out of it for Arsenal to get to the top of the league last week, and I think I said the week before.
Yeah, but a lot of people were saying it, Luke. I'm not picking on you specifically.
Leicester at home to Brentford. That's doable.
Who cares? Like that, even if they do.
And it's only 7 points. Anything's possible in 7 points.
But why are you so fixated on 7 points?
Because I predicted West Ham to get relegated.
Yeah, but that's still a 7 point gap, which would mean that we wouldn't be relegated.
Yeah, but you've got...
Who's got a better goal difference? I mean, that's a silly question. It's got to be West Ham, isn't it?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, by quite a way.
Yeah.
9.
So that's an extra point. So that means 10 points, Bob. All right. Well, 11 points. You're 11 points clear.
Yeah, easy.
All right. So predictions from the AI. Arsenal v West Ham. Arsenal 3, West Ham 1. Arsenal's strong home form and attacking prowess make them favourites against West Ham. Predictive models give Arsenal a 78.8% chance of victory, with West Ham at 6.7% and a draw at 14.5%. Additionally, Arsenal's recent performances have been boosted by key players returning from injuries. No, they haven't, enhancing their offensive capabilities.
He went to the Arsenal AI site, by the way, for that.
Yeah.
Use the same AI all season long, boys. All season long.
In brackets at the end of that, remember they're a young squad.
I've got 2 17-year-olds playing.
Oh, fucking hell.
Regularly.
Two regularly. Okay. Compare Archie Gray and Bergvall, but then come back.
They're 2 of your best players at the moment.
Yeah, they've both performed better than both of those players all season long.
I don't think so.
I think they have.
What?
I think they have.
I don't think so.
I mean, I think they have.
That is a hot take.
That is the delusional Tottenham fan having a delusional thought. Ipswich versus Tottenham. Prediction: Ipswich 1, Tottenham 2. Tottenham's superior squad depth and experience give them the edge over Ipswich. Predictive analytics suggest Tottenham has a 48.6% chance of winning, Ipswich 28.6%, and a draw 22.8%. Despite Ipswich's commendable home form, Tottenham's attacking options are likely to secure a narrow victory.
Oh, Clive, you just got very low and sexy there.
A narrow victory. Aston Villa versus Chelsea. Aston Villa 1, Chelsea 2. Chelsea's recent resurgence under the new manager has seen them climb the Premier League table. No, it hasn't. Aston Villa, while strong at home, may struggle against Chelsea's organised defence and quick counter-attacks. Chelsea's midfield dominance is expected to control the game's tempo, leading to a hard-fought away win. No stats, no percentages for the Chelsea Villa game for whatever reason.
It's unpercentageable.
So there you have it.
Unpercentageable.
Yeah.
Anything else before we wrap up? I mean, we could even do a what if-ery. What if-ery West Ham get relegated?
Oh, fuck off, Clive. Did you have to mention that again?
What if you typed in to the analytic person, AI, and said, what are the chances of West Ham getting relegated?
Sorry, do you think there's a person at the end of that AI thing?
It's the Wizard of Oz, isn't it? If it's over 38%, I'd be happy.
Well, it's going to be, I reckon it'll be over that.
That's quite high.
It's because it's a fucking stupid robot.
It's beating all of us at the moment.
Yeah.
Shut up, Clive. I didn't mean it. You can talk. You know.
I'm just having a little look.
Oh dear! Just look at the one game I come back to watching Tottenham. It's Man City.
You're a bogey club for them. You'll get that win there.
Yeah, we're at home as well.
As of the 16th of February 2025, West Ham United are positioned 16th in the Premier League with 7 wins, 12 losses and 5 draws. I don't know if that is correct, but I'm assuming it is. This places them above the relegation zone. Recent analysts suggest that West Ham have a 3.4% chance of relegation this season.
I'm writing that.
This is relatively low.
3.4.
3.4%.
Bullshit.
Despite the current league position, bookmakers and consider West Ham more likely to avoid relegation. However, the club's proximity to the relegation zone means that they maintain consistent. It's just bollocks.
I'll do the percentage for Spurs. Because they're not that far off. They've lost more games than us. So if you're looking at it like that, then...
You are barking mad, but I'll do it.
I want to see the odds for West Ham to be relegated. I don't know how to find it.
What he literally just said.
No,
the odds. Oh, right, okay. Sorry, I don't mean to be so angry on this podcast, but football
you
has
started off on Chelsea so angry at the beginning. Yeah. I love it. You were just like, fuck it, I've had enough of Chelsea.
So it's given us odds on Tottenham rather than a percentage, and it's 150-1 for Tottenham to be relegated.
Yeah, West Ham is 28-1.
Additionally, statistical analysis indicate that there's that 10,000 simulation scenarios, Tottenham face relegation in only 8 instances.
Now do what's the percentage of Chelsea to sack their manager by the end of the season?
Right, last one. All right.
You've probably got a higher chance of sacking yours.
Absolutely not. I'm a magician.
Yeah. Not a very good one.
Fuck you, Luke.
Yeah.
Did you get him off a wish?
Talk. You can fucking talk, honestly. Fucking Big Ange running around saying he's going to win a trophy this season.
I mean, it could still happen.
It's not going to, is it?
Could. Still there, mate. Possibility still there.
You even sounded a little bit Australian then. You're letting him take hold of you.
He's influenced me, isn't he?
Yeah.
9-2 chance of him getting sacked, apparently.
Really? That's quite low, isn't it?
No, high. Wait, in what way? It's quite a probability. It's quite a good chance. Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
No percentage, though.
Well.
Well.
Now do.
No. We are done. AI is closed for the night. It's gone to sleep.
Okay.
AI never sleeps.
It does.
It never sleeps.
Fucking hell, that made me jump.
If it's the Chinese AI, I can't even remember what it's called. What was the Chinese AI called?
IA.
No.
I was waiting for someone to say something stupid.
Mate, I can't remember what it's called, but that actually sleeps.
What do you mean?
That's what they want you to believe.
Yeah.
So, the way it's built is on a model where it has expert AI in certain areas, and until it's prompted, that expert AI doesn't wake up. So
how the fuck are we in a position on Earth where even robots are fucking slacking off?
Well, because it's energy efficient and costs less to run.
Well, I don't care. The whole point is that they run all the fucking time.
I mean, it was made in China.
Humans don't want to do it.
Just keeping the planet safer.
The fact they're fucking having cigarette breaks or
less greenhousey.
Well, if you want to make it less greenhousey, then stop making fucking robots.
Are the robots having cigarette breaks?
Probably.
I don't think they are.
I ain't doing no good for the ozone layer.
Are the robots having cigarette breaks? That's the name of the name of this episode for sure. Right, and on that note, good night.
Good night.
All right.